It's time to throw away your microwave. What's going on, y'all? This is Masterpiece, and you might be wondering why I got a kettle in my hand. I'm about to show you how to reheat food while still maintaining some nutrient value. It's time to throw away your microwave. Get rid of it, toss it. It's harmful for you and it's harmful for your family. It radiates microwaves and they molecularly destroy your food. Now we all know that microwaves are harmful, but one thing that I can't stand is someone telling me that there's a problem but offering no solutions. And I don't really see any solutions online. This is where the kettle comes in. Why the kettle? The kettle is meant for boiling water. You could easily boil water on the stove, but it's not specifically designed to boil water. So I just pull out a kettle and you can use the stove. And the great thing about it is, either way, you only need a little bit of water, because why? When water heats up, what does it do? It expands, right? So we're gonna put the kettle on, and what we're gonna do is we are gonna reheat a chili. This is a vegetarian chili that was made a couple days ago. It's kind of soupy, but we're gonna see that because the pressure's moving upward, the heat is rising, very minimal amounts of your dish is gonna actually fall through. Now, what do you need? A double boiler, a pot, and then another pot with holes in it that fits right into place, so there's no escape of the steam. Okay? These are really cheap. You can pick them up almost anywhere. You put them on. You're gonna want to turn the stove on. If you have an element, you want to do it early to get it nice and hot. And if you have a gas stove, then you can just do it right on the spot. It doesn't matter. So we're gonna let everything heat up. And while that's happening, I'm just gonna say that for all the people that are raw out there and like to heat up their dishes but not like to cook it above 115 degrees, whatever, this is not going to be raw. The steam, the temperature has to climb to like 200 degrees, I think, to steam. So you're actually going to be getting very hot water particles cooking your food. So I wouldn't recommend this to anybody that is raw. But I do recommend it to anybody that currently uses a microwave, and also especially to the people that are using microwaves and know that they shouldn't, but they just haven't found a better way to reheat their food conveniently and fast. Okay, so we got the water here coming to a boil right now. I'm gonna turn on the stove. I'm gonna put that on high, and then I'm gonna take off the top, put the boiling water inside of the pot. Okay? Now you only need a little amount of the water, like I said, and it's already steaming, of course. So we put that on and seal it. Then you're gonna take whatever you like. If you have rice, you can put the rice in there. If you have like a side, like with asparagus and carrots and lentils or something like that, or a chili, you can put it all in there and keep it divided if you like. I'm just gonna throw it all in. But the most important part of the whole thing is that you leave some holes exposed on the bottom so that the steam can actually come through. When I first started doing this, it took a lot longer and I was wondering why. And then I made a little hole in the middle and all the steam would go up and around and just completely immerse itself in between the granules of rice, in between the vegetables. So what you're doing is you're getting steam that's permeating your dish. It's adding back moisture to the dish. When you put it in the microwave, how often do you pull it out and some parts of the rice are cold, some parts of the gravy are scorching hot, and then some parts of the pasta or the rice is hard because it's been overcooked. Sorry about that. because it's been overcooked and now it's all dry out and it's crunchy and the temperatures are all off. It's just such a bad way. And plus, after you pull it out of the microwave, there's no more nutrients. Okay, so I think we're done now. Everything's nice and hot. I'm gonna turn it off, get my plate or my bowl. Pour it out. And I'm gonna show you guys how minimal amounts of food we lost. See, the water is just slightly colored. It's you know what I mean? Just some flavors drippings. It's nothing. I still retained my dish. So I hope you guys enjoyed that and learned a lot. This is a much safer and healthier way to feed your family, especially if you have young ones that have growing needs and the needs for nutrients and dense minerals. This is, like I said, you can do this with just about anything. Now, if it's a soup, obviously you're gonna put the soup in the actual pot and just reheat the soup. But for almost anything else, you can actually just put it in the double boiler and steam it. And it gets quite hot quite fast. So that's delicious. Whether you're plant-based or not, whether you're meat-free, whether you're dairy-free, whether you only just eat eggs with plants, whatever your diet is, other than raw, you can use a double boiler to efficiently, safely reheat and rehydrate your food. And it tastes just as good, sometimes better than the day you actually made it on. So now I'm just gonna put some pea shoots on there, some sunflower shoots, and some beet shoots on there. So just to add something new, something fresh, and get those dense minerals in me while I'm intaking a bunch of fat, because the fat in the chili, in the vegetarian chili, is going to help carry the nutrients of the greens through my body. So, bon appetit. Herbivore stand up! Herbivore lifestyle, baby.